Hello. Welcome to the inaugural meeting of the Wisconsin Newborn Screening Program Advisory Committee Hearing Subcommittee, which going forward will now be known as the Newborn Screening Hearing Subcommittee. My name is Dr. Ellen Schumann. I'm honored to serve as the chair of the Newborn Screening Hearing Subcommittee. Because of work-related commitments, I'm not able to be with you today in person, but I am there in spirit. I'd like to begin by sharing a bit about my background and why newborn hearing screening is important to me. I'm a pediatrician by training, a proud graduate of the UW Medical School. Even in college, I knew that I wanted to be a pediatrician. To better prepare me for that calling, I majored in communicative disorders, also at the UW-Madison, because I knew firsthand what a tremendous impact it made for a pediatrician to understand hearing loss. I've practiced in Wausau since I completed my residency many moons ago. I've transitioned to administrative medicine over the past several years. I gave up my office practice about 4 years ago, and I practice now a very limited amount of time as a pediatric hospitalist at Ministry St. Clair's Hospital in Weston, where I currently serve as the medical director for clinical quality and medical informatics. One of my younger sisters, number 4 out of 6 children in our family, was born with a profound bilateral sensory neural hearing loss, the result of an in utero viral infection. My mother kept on telling our pediatrician that something was wrong with my sister, but the pediatrician just continued to reassure her. My sister was prone to head banging, and she always seemed like she was frustrated, and she wasn't picking up speech like her other siblings, and my mother could tell that there was a difference. And finally, at age 4, they discovered the problem. We were living in the Boston suburbs at that time, and my sister got a hearing aid, and arrangements were made for her to attend a special school for the deaf and hearing impaired. So a nice taxi driver would come and pick up my sister every day at our house, drive her the 45 minutes to school, and then return her at around supper time every night. Now, at that time, oral communication was a recommendation, so she learned how to read lips, and boy, was she ever good at it. And even more remarkably, they worked intensively with her on her language and her speech. And to this day, you would never be able to guess that she is hearing impaired. Her spoken speech sounds completely normal to the untrained ear. So she was mainstreamed in our local school district when she started in the 2nd grade, and she was assigned to a very experienced teacher. So here was this cute little 2nd grader with a hearing aid who could read lips and talk normally. Problem fixed. Well, she was smart, and she had an excellent memory. And she specialized in making people think that she did not have a problem. She even made the honor roll throughout high school. But here's the rest of the story. She has a severe language-based learning disability that did not get diagnosed until middle age. All the years of pretending that she understood everything, trying to fit in despite all the cruel teasing from kids, and even putting up with teachers who actually punished her when she didn't hear what was being said, finally caught up to her in the long run. She totally lost her ability to cope, and she has struggled greatly in her adult life, and it's been painful to witness. And I don't want to see that happen to another child or another family ever again. And most of us sitting at this table now know that it doesn't have to happen to any child or family. If we can diagnose newborn hearing loss and begin remediation so that the language constructs develop normally during the critical time period, children can begin school with language skills similar to their hearing classmates. Those children won't have their lives, their relationships, and their choices driven by a learning disability. Those children will have parents who have partnered with professionals from infancy to become the teachers and advocates their children need. And that's why I'm passionate about newborn hearing screening. I became involved in newborn hearing screening at our local hospital in the early 2000s. I was a member of the Wisconsin team that participated in the initial NICHQ Learning Collaborative on newborn hearing screening, and I've been working with the Wisconsin Sound Beginnings program ever since. I also serve as the American Academy of Pediatrics chapter champion for early hearing detection and intervention in the state of Wisconsin. Now, in a few minutes, we'll ask you to share a little bit about yourselves, including the reason you accepted the invitation to serve on the Newborn Screening Hearing Subcommittee. Now, just a few housekeeping details. We are proposing that this subcommittee meet twice a year on the last Tuesday of April and October. The meetings will be held here at the State Lab of Hygiene, and we ask that you please mark these dates in your calendar now. In the binders, which you will receive today, you will find a roster of all the subcommittee members. Please check to make sure that your information is correct. We will also be asking you for your email addresses during the day today. And with that, I'll turn the meeting over to my very capable colleague, Elizabeth Seeliger, Program Director for Wisconsin Sound Beginnings. Thank you all for attending. We appreciate your willingness to serve on the Hearing Subcommittee. I look forward to greeting you in person at our next meeting in October.